Amra.
One time for your mind.
Yes, she shall let us just see her.
One time for your
Amra, yes, me.
Okay, so that is that from Luther King Edinka, Senior Kwame Edinka Apotiti of Pure 95.7. And what kind of fortunately, and okay, Ralph for say so na o show no so San Komono Ecos no Ralph will be in this house. Na yene no atra say Eddie and Komo. Madam Minim sa Kwabna Edu Buahin. Openia na onoye Director General our National Signals Bureau. And also so mingaze national security ne ha once and semina so what say abayi baye kwakwachi no say we sika bi about $49 million and we me sika no bi akeka ho a na papa no yadi na court and ya remand no enti mene wo kasai wo she yoko for akukumu a what chance and na court eremande no anaza court ka say yemfa no nkosie no sada no ebeso na yede na ba na baba no wo no na minim de auto pen any paper e de koma no na what check krata aba bonten say wono no afedie obekasa na yese opam be ma oturu hufo na dondoso efro tigare a ba do bobom na de besibie asi na was it 49 million Ghana cedis 49 million Ghana cedis yeah womu HSA or no ex-boss Emma National Signals Bureau no wadie ena aban ekura ni podium on na yire no sika no ba bia ekoye nie na oba be chechim na me ba dem ya to TV so channel 1 TV City FM 4 omo na asimplify ne sa e de baba papa na krata wo tire and the lawyers so ahwe no and pay making kind nyina wo afidie so na was it number 1 baako and the edikan ye 9,537,000 Ghana cedis was paid to ISC Holdings. And no 6,900,000 disbursed to National Stability and Counter-Terrorism Efforts. The atosu mienu no. Number 3, Nyansa Baku mienu miensa 960,000 Ghana cedis. And also so muntian ye otua adema brashabadafo was paid to MPs on the Defense and Interior Committee. Okay. The toso miensa number 4 and the toso the toso 9 8.3 million Ghana cedis. It is a udeba and that's zikada anymore. 83 billion 8.3 million Ghana cedis to an opposition party to support election results collation. Na minim ze free na ekwe party ma ko defend this akwa we ya sa wono no sika no emu 83 billion 8.3 million Ghana cedis otuama monyoku a na omuni aban mu se womo yato abawi a so mo keka mu ma bob no bo dodo manya no womo fa nkonkoye ana 5,135,000 Ghana cedis. And also no allegedly paid to the special aid of the president-elect. Eti yato about 2024 ewie no. The Ghana for two abama no eyi de sama mpani no. Ne buafo bi. Ne special aid. Na special aid no. Minim say na oyoba o. Say yo ebema o. Kwabna edubu ahe. According to report here me reading from channel 1 for no or say 5,135,000 allegedly paid to the special aid of the president-elect. Na eno ensem no enie. Na kwabna dubu ahe say asa ade no woni ngofo bi na aye ena abanse saye ba aye ntino asa ye pese ye gidi bɔne no edema ɔno ene ne ye enti afɛde wɔ bɛkasa na ansa na wei ebepie no na lawyer atachia aba abɔnten abɛkasa ade na ɔmo de ye papa no ɔmo rayie na papa no sa ɔhyɛ sɛ ɔkasa anhwɛ ensɛm no ɛbɛgye ntere ha de nipa bi entumi enya kokodompo enka bi na ɔyɛ ho nanso no ne client no eka ɛkyɛ ne sɛ ɔmo koko efiri sɛ asa attorney general Dr. Dominic Ayine edimirika ɛna wɔba nsɛntwerɛfoɔ na wɔbɛka zembi ɛde afa papa yi ho ɛna papa no wɔyɛ hia ne wɔyɛ abufuo na nsɛntwerɛfoɔ ɛsopa no enti asɛm no kura wɔ mu paa no asi yenya abotre nkɔhwehwɛ yenya abotre emusai sɛ so asɛm no de dua mu paa ɛyɛ sɛe na ɔno ɔra atachia no ɛbɔ kɔkɔ sɛ de ɔma hyɛ ase ɛyɛ sɛ wɔma nhwɛ ye no ma nhwɛ ye na ne client no ɛyɛ kwabena adubuahe no sɛ wɔhyɛ ase sɛ ɔkasa anhwɛ nipa bi entumi antena krom ha na saa committee na papa yi ɛkyɛ sɛ wɔtua sika ma ɔmu parliament no emu baako ɛna metete sɛ honorable Dominic Ayine a ene ɔyɛ attorney general wɔno na de papa kwabena adubuahe akɔ court no na ɔda committee no so a sɛ ɔno component committee chair na ɛno no ba no sɛ na papa yi na ano ada A+ abɛka nwasɛm sɛ wɔ kromfoɔ sɛbe ɔsɛ use the word stupid kwa ka ho sɛ reset Ghana no ɔno A+ no bɛ reset the mind of the attorney general owie no mo nkɔ hunahuna no na yɛsɛ hunahuna no ɔno ɔba no sɛ obi a hacking account na mfa hin kosia na mmom de ɔtwa to Facebook ne ɔgye to mu sɛ Facebook ne ɛyɛ an account hwenka no ɛna enkomra no we nso ababɛka ho bi na no pɛyi sɛ de asɛmi esi hienti no me bɛfa brɛ paa na ma kenkan krata ne nyinaa baako na obiara nso ahunu de etua mu paa na aloyafoɔ a wo mu ɛka papa yi asɛm ɛde man no ɛyɛ Zo Achia and Co legal practitioners and notaries public 86 May 2025 ɛna ɔmo twɛ krata the National Security Coordinator the National Security Council Secretariat Accra dear say the arraignment of Kwabena Adubuahe in the criminal court and the national security implications. We act as lawyers for Kwabena Adubuahe. As you are no doubt aware, the Attorney General has arraigned our client, a former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, on various criminal charges. Please find attached the widely circulated charge sheet and the facts as narrated by the Honorable Attorney General Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini MP on the 30th day of April 2025. Our client has instructed us that a careful look at the case from the documents you inherited underscore the fact that the pith of the Honorable Attorney General's case are matters bordering on national security. Besides, the intended prosecution violates the Security and Intelligence Agency Act 2020 at 10:30 and the National Signals Bureau Act 2020 at 10:40. We attach a memorandum under the hand of our client who is at the moment incarcerated at Economic and Organized Crime Office Yoko Cells. May we count on your usual sense of professionalism in your evaluation and preferring of the critical understanding of the matters therein contained. Yours faithfully, signed Samuel Atachia, Zo Achia and Co. And copy the National Security Advisor, the National Security Council Secretariat Accra, the Director General, National Signals Bureau, Labone, Accra. Now, it was a call for more. No, it's confidential. National Signals Bureau memorandum to National Security Coordinator, copied National Security Advisor from Kwabena Adubuahe, into bracket former Director General, date May 5th 2025, subject agent matters relating to special operation activities and funding. Na oto aso a na je krataa yi de to so no making kai we memo akwabena edubu ahe no na it is reported say wono na atwede akọ na any your kind attention is drawn to certain development that have arisen following our unsuccessful attempt to meet due to scheduling conflicts with your good office. You would recall that subsequent to my arrest and detention in Yoko cells, the Attorney General of the Republic has been very vocal in a number of press briefings where he brands my wife and I as criminals and alludes to transactions between a certain national BNC account and private BNC account purportedly owned by us. I cannot tell where the AG get his theories from, but as your good office would have learned by now, the matter relates to transactions between your special services account, special operations account, coordinated account, and SPV account BNC Communications Bureau, duly authorized and created for the national security agencies of the time, and for which my wife duly vetted and the UMB were instrumental in facilitating. It is bizarre that the Attorney General attempts to link unrelated transfers, withdrawals, and refunds for special operations with assets we do not own and a few we own, which mostly predate the 2020 transactions he raised. A cursory look on the part of anyone would reveal these facts. I am also disturbed to note that the services of bloggers and social media influencers have been employed to post and run commentary on these lies to amplify the matter and bring prominence to this malicious agenda against not just our persons but the national security as well. As this ridiculous drama unfolds, some 49 million Ghana cedis of special operation funds have now become the subject of court action, where my wife and I, as well as other affiliates, are being accused with charges including stealing and causing financial loss to the state. I have tried to withhold classified information from my interrogators, but I deem it prudent to inform your good office that in light of the current development, we run the risk of public disclosure of the following national security and intelligence operations expenditure items. And then this is the table. Table, special operations expenditure summary. Number, okay, description, amount reported, year, justification, comment, and then received by. And then 1, special operations, Taurus, Scorpion, Asian 1, Asian 2, and a Hive. Sika ekwa 1 aya 9,537,000 Ghana cedis. Year no aya 2020. Justification comment was a special operations, part payment towards special cyber and electronic surveillance solutions received by ISC Holdings. 2, Operation Conquered Fist, counter-terrorism operations, 6,900,000. Year no air 2020 to 2024. Justification or say stability of the nation counter-terrorism extremism. When they receive here or see various personnel and activities. Operation 3, Operation Calm Life, anti-kidnapping violent crimes. Amount to 3,780,000. Year 2020 to 2024. Justification, stability of the nation, counter violent crimes. Recipient various personnel and activities. 4, parliamentary special enactment of National Signals Bureau Act 2020. Sika kwa 960,000. period no 2020 and 2021. Justification was say MP's allowance. Recipient no Defense and Interior Committee. Number 5, parliamentary special enactment of National Signals Bureau LI. Amount no 309,000. Period no 2024. Justification was say MP's allowance. Recipient no subsidiary legislation committee. Okay, it may be find out mame 2024 subsidiary legislation committee no members of parliament and no that's our committee no ano na mumfebi mame and the chair of that committee. 6, elections special operations and allowance. Okay, elections special operations allowance and logistics. Sika eko honum no 7,280 not the 6 I don't know 285,000. Period no December 2020. Na justification was stability of the nation, peaceful polling. Recipient no various personnel and activities. 7, election special operations allowance and logistics. Amount to 6,764,000. Period no December 2024. Justification and comment was a stability of the nation, peaceful polling. Recipient no various personnel and activities. And then 8, election special operations support for opposition party. Communication equipment for election results collation. Sika eko no 8,300,000. Equivalent to $500,000. Period no September 2024. I say justification, stability of nation, national cohesion, political impartiality. Recipient no was classified. And the oboswa enye yi. Eti ngocho no ache say woman the 83 billion akoma amanyoku a omunya aban mu a September 2024 and omde mo say the be ya oman no nkabom ene asumdwe ene say amanyasem oyeye no enyiyimu emem osi impartiality
amount no hia me pa
sika no 8.3 million Ghana cedis. 83 billion equivalent to $500,000. Okay, number 9, election special operations, logistics, vehicles. 2024 Nissan Petrol Platinum, 2024 Nissan Petrol Titanium, 2022 Land Cruiser GXR. Sikano 5,135,000 Ghana cedis. Period no December 2024. Justification was stability of nation, national cohesion, political impartiality. Recipient no was special aid to the president elect. 10, human security operations generators. Amount to me 520,000. And period no 2024. Justification was human security intervention. Recipient no national security coordinator. And he further writes, I give you my highest assurance that Angela and I would never steal public funds as is being deliberately and wickedly portrayed by the Attorney General. In any case, how does one steal public funds in the manner being described by the Attorney General without being flagged by the Auditor General? Further, I give you my highest assurances that Angela and I would never take what does not belong to us, even if privately arranged. We are full of content with the modest blessings of God has given us. What is evidently clear is that the Yoko boss, Raymond Archer, is deliberately misrepresenting or distorting the facts to to the authorities and in the process causing unnecessary sensation that could embarrass the government and national security. And I am craving your urgent intervention to avert it before it becomes too late. My best regards from Yoko Cells. Enti krata eba abontin enie na mesite yes channel 1 TV TV3 for no many from other sources no just say ora atachiamo ensa ena ehye sa we no as ena channel 1 from pajama me sa simplified we na odebai no omuso a simplify no ewo sa ekwan no eso na asam no emu awrem na menua panin maybe atwam na oye adwuma ewo City FM any today channel 1 TV Richard the last guy ono so emranimni mapa oye lawyer ni a obeka na anwada anti-gay one insensemi some penny besign and answer on sign ono crampo na edeko court na wono so abusa questions bia me pese me read these questions hi na me pe mranim fo bi na meniomu edi eno so eho enkomo ebusa se amparampa se saadie akoso ampa na ne owonsem bi ebusa na nensem no a obusa no minkope bie na mame hwese metima shampoo with bosheba na watimi de ato afidie so de amaya na Ghana no se enkofo binim ena womu describe Ghana se crime scene no na are hopa pa so also respectfully but you can go to the Facebook of Richard the last guy nenka one man ready odia 2 TV no so edemamen so this is what he writes. Also respectfully, allegations or claims contained in the attack. Okay, my name call Facebook quickly na mempe Richard Sky a page in Famau na wo share the amount because he's my friend me hunentem than say wo no akoshishe. Okay, Richard the last guy, I got it. Na let me give a caption. Okay. Okay, so I have a screenshot from Bosheba so that people will know that I'm reading from Richard Sky a page now. Zadia. Kovui bibikito bia de motin enti Bosheba, I have shared with you the Facebook link, you know, so you can get that one for me. But between the not to TV so at the moment. So he writes respectfully, the allegations or claims contained in the attached files are deeply troubling. Once again, Ghana's members of parliament find themselves in the crosshairs of public scrutiny. The fundamental question is simple yet profound. Are these claims said to be originating from the former National Signals Bureau chief, true or false? If true, how did we get here? And could this have been avoided? To ensure clarity, transparency, and accountability, the following 10-pointed legal and governance questions demand urgent and honest answers. 1. Was it lawful for MPs to receive allowances from national security funds in connection with the passage of specific legislation? 2. Did such payment breach the constitutional principle of separation of powers between parliament and the executive? 3. Were these payments disclosed in the national budget or lawfully approved by parliament as required by the Constitution and the Public Financial Management Act? 4. Could this payment reasonably be construed as inducement or bribes to influence parliamentary votes? 5. Did any MP declare this payment to the Speaker, the SHRAG, the Office of Special Prosecutor, if their origins were dubious? 6. Was the disbursement of public funds to MPs from classified national security budget an abuse of resources intended for state security operations? 7. Should IOCO, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, or SHRAG initiate a formal investigation into possible corruption, abuse of office, or conflict of interest? 8. Has this conduct eroded public trust in the independence, impartiality, and integrity of Parliament? And 9. Can Parliament credibly perform its oversight and accountability role if MPs benefit directly from the operations they are mandated to scrutinize? And 10. Should there be a full public inquiry into how MPs became recipients of special operations funds earmarked for national security purposes? 11. On what legal basis were public funds allegedly allocated to support a political party under the cover of national security operations? 12. Does the use of special operations funds to support party activities violate any laws? 13. Who authorized the allocation of 8.3 million Ghana cedis in September 2024 under the label Elections Special Operations Support for Opposition Party, and what was the nature of this support? 14. Was the purchase of vehicles under election operations 5.1 million Ghana cedis in December 2024 for legitimate public use, or were these assets diverted to partisan or private benefits? 15. Were relevant laws and procedures followed in the acquisition of these vehicles, and are they accounted for in the national inventory of government assets? 16. Is there a clear audit trail confirming that funds described as promoting election cohesion and impartiality were not used to influence electoral outcomes or compromise political neutrality? 17. Did the Electoral Commission or any constitutionally mandated election body request, authorize, or benefit from these funds in the discharge of its duties? 18. What institutional mechanisms failed to detect, question, or prevent the covert reallocation of state security funds for political purposes? 19. Do these claims, if true, amount to an unconstitutional abuse of incumbency and distortion of the electoral playing field? And 20. Should Parliament, as the guardian of public funds, convene an emergency inquiry or bipartisan investigations into these matters in defense of its credibility and the constitution of the OSP, or the OSP should lead a probe? I do not have the answers in a democracy governed by law. Silence in the face of such serious allegation is not an option. The integrity of Parliament, the sanctity of national security resources, and the trust of the Ghanaian people are all at stake in the face of these claims and the questions they inevitably invoke. These questions must be answered, not with spin or evasion, but with transparency, accountability, and the courage to uphold the public interest. Richard de la Sky.
Oheneba.
Areho.
Oheneba.
You see?
Hey.
The amanyofo at the Ghana. At Dache and the Ghana Shabre no. It could be NDC, it could be NPP.
Oh, yes.
But it is very unfortunate. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. Whether the NPP or the NDC. And I'm praying. So on this issue, the NDC and the NPP communicators a co-radio so will address it as Ghanaians.
Yes.
As some way, it boils on national security. Now, some be saying the shady people before, Emma omu question the democracy required practice, the relevance of it. And so I am praying. So we are babunu our MPP mu, we are babunu our NDC mu. When you get the opportunity to speak about these issues, speak as a Ghanaian. And kasa say MPP ni
parties and twin change.
And kasa say NDC ni. On this issue, there might be comments on some of the things I will do. I know say MPP phone baby will not be pleased with it, but I don't care. It is about Ghana.
Yes.
Because they say any man your phone yeah no ma fire nkwasiafo. Yeah Ghana for no, especially Mabruna womu esebre nyina ne say nyankopon benam amanyokuo eni nipa bi a amanyokuo bi ba ba mu oman hyehyɛ pa no mo so nya daache papa no wom do mani ato omo so no omo dai wom no ena omo de saa mebunu edi agro so say ye no krapa that sikano man sikano eda ho ena amanyofo no wo chedi ena omo de chedi say fo no edi agro
won cheni
but ye kotoba said ye be ya yenye enyiyimu ntino ya tam sika 83
billion
e dey come opposition party no
more than 83 billion more than 83 billion
utimi kwa mabu akwa na wo ye NDC ni na wo hia wo yonko a wonye na ya amanyosem na mo ko na mo prepra mo ho na mo didi mo atam a na mperifo de tesoro
na mo
na do nom baumia nom jo mahama nom na opokwa jima nom na omuno chele at the expense of our destiny. The party near wo nua Ihudu we youth organizer ewo adwa right now point youth organizer ewo Boasem West. Then you leave your family, your life, your job, and you sacrifice for the MPP, not knowing that MPP no power by mono.
Say ya.
Sikano Fabi. Now it's not for me to come NDC. And so when power changes, now what form no, and I will bread, but those at the top. We'll be enjoying.
As someone so me who know angle womu. Me who say Papa Dubuahi. Why exposing the whole pie bill? Now, no,
some kind of he's admitting, said, I don't even want to talk about it. I will court to be can be crying. And you know, we are all using if there were diabano to say that Richard, the last guy can say, I no cry. And I want to believe, say, as some cases say, and now a buy a besine, attorney general maintaining. John Mahama addressed Ghanaians on the 120 days. Maintain one
count. So what? More than 83 billion.
Attach here. Memo na eba it is believed that free the chambers. So and a chair on the urban. Maintain so Abeka say Sakrat and free the hall and I send on the tray and man the client. And do the cover in Albuma. Nay susu say ebia ayano. But the thing is, I feel for Dr. Baumia.
I
feel so sorry.
I am
so sorry. His Excellency the Vice President. Then you ask yourself, say, so indeed. Say you be say see ya na MPP na ankasa no obi na tiba bi say o ma MPP na wene asam we ka ba omi ameye mampani asam we na say one Ebia NDC no was some private arrangement to be and the MPP called the super power.
They say asema me kana chire ha na wo kai.
Let me tell you. Prior to election 2024 from August coming na metaka say me hu ade bia some of our appointees omadini yo mo say omanya namfo e wan dis mu
now yes obe protection
but war unto them say amanyokuo no alusu na NDC ba power and ombe say they were perceived to have friends in the NDC and they will come after them.
Where Bakunu no? Where one
is a classical example.
Yes.
So probably he thought
yes
at the National Signals Bureau or just opposition for no. It's a man Sakrana
more than 83
and this is where he is today.
More than 80 billion. Hey.
Because boy through MPP and amunya akwan remu soldier for national security for whatever you thought when power changes you will be saved and omodo na nu omo ho
we director ba ko pe de ye kan wasem you
director ba ko confirm that and yet that about the other election ko lusu you
da bi o e abro
ye ni aye ho abro ye ya den say ye ma MPP no I win
na NDC ba
na me
ya dua ye beta
say enyesa metifia hakra na ade ba ako a when the MPP is going to choose a national chairman metimi aka say omonfa nkoma Wontumi the commitment and dedication to the party.
Yes.
Nothing can buy him.
Yes.
Nothing can push him to sacrifice the interest of the party even when they were in opposition, they were able to influence some of our people to work for them. And now Wontumi wasika.
What your position kura wadi every director ba ko pe ho. What your position kura no wadi more than 83 billion every director ba ko pe ho. Ha
83 billion ni we no. Ka 5,135,000 5 million allegedly paid to the special aid of the president-elect. President-elect, no? Mampenijo Mahama. 51 billion.
Hey!
51 billion.
Okaboma!
Na me bless you.
Kekako 100
sorry, Alopa. Ahumache, Evia, Enumere, Yetiani,
Abakikem.
Na ye was ye candy and say ye can.
Now don't lie.
Now don't lie. Yes, say. Na obina matechem. Na and
sorry,
you ask yourself, it's a ne. Some periphone woman namna.
Vice Secretary.
They want to make political capital out of there. A course of 2024. No, omunim sa answer way be, but omu blame Dr. Baumiano. Omagye adwuma. Omuda sumyeso. Do they think? Sometimes you ask yourself,
sometimes me just said Dr. Baumia me lose no e do baby a eyema no
say you pay them 51 million billion 5,135,000 Ghana cedis at the command the special aid
the president
of the president-elect. And we 83 billion, 8.3 million Ghana cedis come opposition political parties to collect their resource.
More than 100 billion. No, not just National Signals Bureau. No, and a year election. No, or BB Adima in this man about power.
120 days of John Dramani Mahama. Coming out from Pong, Deputy Protocol Officer of the MPP. He has penned down some of the happenings. Now, Mamini Nunkomo, and I'll come back to this community issue. Niabini Hunkomo. Party for the motiwa, and so hunu, Okumkom, Wafo na, Aye Biafo, one year man, son, who did me be one no party no. enya millions a no bro 1 cedi usha na abon nsamrane ogodinzo wuru ne betane e ka usha na bubu ye ne chie because wa ma 1 cedi enti woni enya agide ye kana sem
adi shake kempo adi shake keke
tonight is a 1,000 times
come not from bon
Father, good morning.
ma che o ye
Oh, Julia Father, ma you have boko na bacho.
dadum eye so enye na ensem ni bi o tete a na wanso upoduamu a obeka de yenka but mama ne oni nkoba no pay enra na makomako wa ha aduonu 120 days of the 4-year mandate the Ghanaian people on 7 December 2024 bestowed and has entrusted Ghana into the hands of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ono ankasa bebu akonta na won so bu akonta e de afa ne ho mamintiu kwabna.
Father, me shall say na mentia o hard working production team. Nimsa foko we dey bibia be fine amount. Fo dey ndero bibia hard go solve problem ni na amount. Father, ma menya akonya we nsumentia MPP Westland chapter chairman Apia Kubi. Mintia ne na no pay. Mo ubi opa chairman the munti ultra flight no abagana no abagani demo also obi krampa ko wie demo no ko betwa picture as a plate am obi an do baby o but kudi obeye watan return in fact a very humble resourceful person say MPP UK4 branch omode chapter branch nation nensa mobile transform branch nama in fact said the obi aka say the premium branch no I found the glory days no together because we're humble, he's visionary, he understands the terrain, how to support, how to mobilize, how to raise funds to run an institution or organization. We're supreme chairman, Isaac Apia Kubi, will be a Yankupon one and Nonya Nakuma Swadi in Amazon. Father, the attorney social one. Abaidia. This is under the Fourth Republic. Ghana by Enya Fourth Republic, Enya Nkrumah, Enya Buzia, Enya Liman, and Zana Rollins super started the Fourth Republic. Okoyo Mompenida Dakufo by when the late meals by John Mahama Bako, Nana Danko Akufo Adwaba, and John Mahama Sababim. And yet, you fortunate under this Fourth Republic, and if you crano. Yehu Rollins amamu yehu Kufo yehu Mills yehu Mahama yehu Nana Adwasa yehu Mahama Bim enti edi 120 days no na be yese ye be hwe niema akoso within the 120 days of John Dramani Mahama na memu a ode bai ode aba na no na me fa de say in within 120 days na ya mamu a ede ahokyere abre omanfo amamu a won se confusion chaos to say amamu no the direction na opeso ofa ene ote say eyi wo habu wane odilitra kopim ha ade betno de apim ha ade betno de apim ha confusions in kwa amamu a chaos wom asa ya amamu a ebosha o share Ghana for say Ghana for to abama na oba be father for all Ghana for to abama na because of say when the president nibida na wakotena chi na wosua DNT oba be kan corona boom ama corona be united crew ama obia nyanfa obia wato na ade obia here bia so me sabeka because watena chi ehun sanyema we nyina you see esaya mamu eba ya so na de anim guase abro man no anim guase abro man no for the first time I took room ha US ebe chirama the citizens say Ghana yukuru ukomwa one omumra no say a week because president no chief justice usem dia indirectly president chief justice no edo no ni pe kwa question do ni pre oni abamu ni penya asem na kokota definitely be dia mani pakro so a crime and violence the violence ya tete se wu one we now kokra no bi ko yo bibia court na be court so kwa kodi asem no so abana taking over again the 120 days enema assessing say for the first time my young baby about within a shortest period no yachi cocaine me no a worth $500 million na yeti ana yesi plane different Grand Canal ababesi ada plane bedru ya ebetu no anajo no yedum kanea e airport ama yehu ba bia kanea ne fire aban spokesperson say plane to free Rwanda o se Luanda o e ba bedru anu na e ba be certification di be Europe na ohwe Ghana airport wetin ni Ghana airport a compare Ethiopia na South Africa closer to Rwanda and Angola compare call for those certification aban say we kasama for patre say plane ni ba bedru Ghana ne tie pae enti a plane for the tie breno meanwhile this flight obi anim say a flight e de fa obi amount for mo yare enya flight ye di fa ye kan say plane who equipment na niam de ba ama egu abana ni mu ati ama even one tablet BBC ni niam na report ye e di enim guase e bre kuru no because we had an story say course so abani chechima hu ni ti hu ni nine e di enim guase e bre o man no o da mako kiko say me baby abefa bia ni uno bi akasa because Ghana de o ba de ni ahwo hu you Ghana de o ba hwo hu you again abai ba no e ya ban Galamsey omo ye demonstration ma organized labor Catholic Bishops Conference institution organizations be request just or strike demonstrations just a month or weeks to the elections eno crown for man for the abufuo ene yaw hawa ebinum fake ye me can say one of the demonstrations from here you know block 37 military hospital point say the obi akwenti for the emergency case crime machine hospital any confusion so set here and then papa betrans name ono so crown for 120 day man asam o kan say the social contract on Ghana boko was that within 120 days no obe make sure say illegal mining no obe bra illegal mining obe tu ase papa bedru within 120 days Galamsey issue no obi okromo ebia hu say e worse than anado every because I am for them crofo bi put we can say nanado okrampo no areas bi o wa no mom ye illegal mining need to be ko they have the confidence, they have the ineptitude to go there some kwa illegal mining o and then Galamsey she you say say ye be your forest say ye be say and no better ye say soldier for kwa operation at excavators ne niama ba ba ko hono na ade be chi a obesan ko no na say machine square dia ko bu okra time soldier for no ko pam o mo no meeting you say your friend is saying Erasmus actually be after say one of the areas operation ni be free you know Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator no Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator Dabali no sawan woni hubi ama bisa na wose ne mpanimfobia e national security or national edia follow up by senior obi adia but you see Dabali ni nya Galamsey ni Galamsey came from Ashanti region enti anyone wa say obeda da akachiro say wosoro meanwhile any circles for crony no dia man na ya the kickback breno for they all have hands in it and in India also na Galamsey ni say and say you be people are even quiet, they are not talking about it and near me high no for the first time yes we say ECG containers minister na kote mahabu akwa check it MPP handing over no 5 years MPP for and clear 3,000 containers and clear the ECG who equipment say by ECG babe issue no MPP for 3 more than MPP for the money within a month na papaya ba say ECG containers on no go inspect I see go 3,000 no papaya by I see 1,350 of ECG containers no etu afawiem ebi se ekopokina madam fu bi okopo odododo Jamestown dey o say no say see anu ko fish na net near 2 coffee because 2 coffee may be ECG containers snappy. And 1,350 ECG container, but could be $500,000. Papa, Patrick, I just I poor me, my and no better was so at India phobia crowd. Actually, near the China phone, I dear better A+ who said, yeah, the bell to be a good car, and now a conference to my question. That's the trickster, no media house is talking about it because always carry trauma of Osukwache or Chama media for just to kill stories. Obia, dear tear, dear Tosu Biamusi, say, Papa, Oma, yet, I say, Boku conflict, a cosono. Namia do no moto abamana. Obeso anu kra last year NC kra mpo biem. Esa hye bokufo bo. Yenyanu kusa asefo bo se oba obemmo mu Kusan region. Sales conferences na no be create one region ama wo mu. Na ohwe enipa dodo ne landa ewo Kusan conferences na more than northeast baby man push for. And to Oba, or no dear, he's going to create it. And Oba make sure it's a lasting solution. And then Obia can attest, and then we are seeing baby and Tokawa, you come civilians, and you pay who Gaza, Israel, Gaza, and Paparazzo, because Israel, Gaza, and Paparazzo. We Gaza through our Okuna. So therefore, the whole IGP, a call, IGP call, and just the car bulletproof, and come to a tono, a far car, and the Kobono Manu. And that the one than Gaza, and to wash up a panish, just say, well, I am worse than when he was not even president. For the first time, Yankee himself by Juma, the Yafawa by Juma. And that Kabajuma forward, the only thing I buy and say, Yama transfer Eddie Wako baby on your day. Umpe, no, a roko now partner while resigning. For the first time, you have come Ghana for over 12,000 from Rametanesi because MPP in the 4 Mojuma, I buy the term the 4 Mojuma. Again, you won't be that say, directors of institutions, see a Pamu one. The president secretary to the president, Kalistus Mahama, and the letter, nor the Akorobia Ghana Maritime Authority, Exim Bank, Ministry of Finance, all these agencies, no, what letter bill director see a UAD, and Tifuro, now Yamfat NDC Nima Meshaho. That is what is happening. And ideally, Nipano, Ocean as officer who Nipaquadoya and the Obama transfer. So, district and Yana Nakotana office via redundant, or no, or pen baby afa. And then you terminate amount for employment, you are continent because you see MPP for the 4 Mojuma, and then this for any Yaba Fowl. The all backgrounds was shared, but say, Obi a Yafana, you got that time for the bonnet, she said. Omo ya fo ma juma ni obo be pamu omo ka so se bo se men la men fo men pamu bia en so ba tena fi obi a hu se sebi e bo sha o she no we ni so ene ma ma ba ni e ka se ma ba dum so be bo ene obi a be hu ye nya no ma ye okuma se kra po de ye de amari plant aba be stu a petro ke ni be togum no mo okuma se ni environment enya electricity constantly for 24 hours. Petrol keke. Bibia ni wa ene dum so ama esi ahye adwuma ahye blue dum ye ya stores ye nya no tifie the confusions abai ene dum so ina kofa de ba we have so many places that eja ahye atutoma dum so ya ene ade be che preso na ade aba dum so asa bente se first amafo munyuma egu omo pam amafo fi adwuma because o top petrol e dey empower the machines e dey turn ade e dey manage the store until we need to come from between adwuma and fork and to be labor off. That is what is going on. I no say if I pay you boka say electricity petrol sa eniamaniama nyina oba betete so be na etisen ni nyina abo ya tutuma kosoro boka say 11 no yi ni nyina afi ho 11 no the SCH man 40 as because of banking interoperability ninti nanka mobile money interoperability ninti utimi send this free wa account and the betu mobile money and no nene osha money pa be break queue up at the bank so ko bank so kwa kuyiska because we tell here sikana kama kwa your bank they are to mobile money let me send it easily from my bank to my mobile money and that also a 11 if you but bank 1% na 11 etino and that's all one that was send this from a bank to mobile money each money sikan yet and 11 year through I was sending mobile money to another person and not there you won't see a year through the akuku at that one and yama be so ama prices of goods and services cost and at least and no one can be buying again in so no what saying you should the national security and intimidate innocent people. So BBT are buying a pet. Oh, one sell better than another security for now fee. Again, a national security for a bomber, but no matter what set feel. Set in and we good thing, and I said, Sikata, it will be out for I do secrecy. Never I do go this year. There's a Udi Agrodia, Mama Befako harassment. You use national security to harass the amount for. Again, so Minister of Justice and Attorney General said the Onunayako prosecute amount for corruption case be about Ghana be I just have a penny deal. Over the plans, oh, or Jessica when you pass corruption cases are up bar. Yes, we have corruption case over here in the home. And I do want an issue hereby. Three-year committee and nobody passing on the one we are passing legislation. And it's an email. You suspect to say, Sassy cannot call parliament, looking the one fire. The papa, I just want to corruption once him. You know, corruption or movie. Again, so no, food prices, cement. Building building materials. Anyway, the prices are just soaring up. Wow, say yes. And and then cement and 83 cities and NTT and then open cement at just 130 cities, 140 cities. Many of focus will see them nice to put on wood. Because better cement back 140 cities. Do go send a bit me at all. Won't you mean to? Oba. Or catch a papa no near you no year or for say. Nana the price or they are back 3,000 no. Nana two more thing. And the essence of cocoa price crown for the cost 6,000, 7,000. After better su year, I hope patron say no money says I'm not the anything. On better su the one who said there be cocoa price no intimate to not, but they are not required to see and I was so proud of it. And then someone was a catcher or no. Or say Ghana Premier League footballers both say. So Ghana for to Abama no na or to Abama na. Football Premier League, no matter football is attractive enough. Or the every single footballer ever took payroll so. And then 4 months in the entire ground possess even Wabo say or the one city. And Kwakoma footballer be or Ghana now and Koba say if you had the best 1,000 Emma almost say don't want to pay rules, don't make says cano in the yet within 3 months, I borrow 56.9 billion. Says Obia within 3 months at the Papa Bia Domahama India or the Coco borrow Sikawi, and the Abre so they borrow or the Eden Obia to be tre. And then Osa catching Osa catching because of saying another quality free SHS happened. Oh, yeah, and Koran be free SHS from Muntimin to us into another Oba. Obe make sure say level 100 for no. Obe to be a school fees and money free. And any who said the Minister of Education would do a say or more level 100, you know, Munko student loan transfer no Munko loan from school no. And also no was some breakers promise or say Oba again. Oko pay a catcher Chief Justice said for the first time on MPP issue, the first time you won't say president be a Tesla and our bar where Chief Justice never Kwame Nkrumah the Chief Justice and China could see it. Papa will so buy Chief Justice or because of say or person will lay foundation or one a 10 where Chief Justice said and then what was only this Nina said number the court. That's a court judge in the hour and money how because president don't want to almost say one can say Ogodi assembly about when you pay a bit me in Tisana Tedia and you'll be you know, go and Suji up at the baby Atana. And near ma baby Akoso within John Dramani Mahama, a Mamua wow to me say Sabi were fairly poto or buy no or share that any idea be all but no say MPP for appoint CEO e catapult na catapult ni ho ono kura po de oba no appoint CEO ne deputy o catapult no no say exist no ono adoma ama na appoint CEO ono asibi ni o say ni ho eto o me de bona na do atia besine enso ene ono ba appoint obi for the first time yes who say president biaba ne minister say wache 100 excavators. 100 excavators no ko ya mu 40 etuko bokina etu afa wiem to say there containers ni to fa wiem ko ya no enti John Dramani Mahama amamua oba ya oye so oba be ya ne de bibia ni wo e kire say sebe at the papa be so it has been a confusion. It has been 120 days of confusion. It has been 120 days of broken promises. It has 120 days of incompetence. 120 days they are neglecting the welfare of all Ghanaians. And again, the woman said, "Ya sheye na ya mom pa ya mom na ama Mahama ya guide no boko na 4 years enu ama Ghana for to abentia NDC." Let's see entertaining and this area and then said you come about Grumano and Yama Bacoson and I go do Nigeria proper to Romunia Binto.
Right. Menemsa and a pay partner Abuabu who said partners about present 120 days 120 bitter days of John Dramani Mahama. After that, Director, Yababania Bonko Mobi, why? Medas. Deputy Director of Protocol for the New Patriotic Party, Kwabena from Pong, Suarez. I don't know. Okay, 8 after 8. I saw seated. Foucault is also here. Kwabena Edubwa, he's almost say Edulix. Mokai WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks, buy. Hey, then somebody.
Mokai WikiLeaks. He say Edulix.
But
it's sad, you know. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad that if we can compromise the security of our country to say national security. National security.
We are National Signals Bureau.
If you are a young man or young woman, if you are a youth of this country, now I pray that you don't get blinded by the MPP and NDC system, and then you speak through to power, and then you speak as a Ghanaian and act as a Ghanaian, especially on this issue. Your parliament, you know. And I'm being careful and choosing the words if. Yes, I ran some American. Your parliament, and say ya no more to one more. Say pa, and omodete one more. And then how can we be sure?
Say
that they
are representing us.
They are a check, not even representing us. They're more representing a craft fine, but your responsibility. That you provide a check to the public purse, and then I did be a buying a biano. Shemra, I'm making sure say, Emra Dahon and Manasu Yed my pepe. If you are always bought into enacting laws and then passing bills and whatever they are, Sapa and a tia, Charlie. It's serious.
Secretary mun something sapa said you to
as I also said, the main made it 2 ways, it's from Channel 1. It's over 24 hours. If it is not from them, I'm tempted to listen to the fixed stamp at the lawyers of Cabinet Dubois attach our letterhead and a memo no and that's no. I have not heard them come out to deny that it's not coming from them. Yoko for now, you see the memo no come out no are also silent. The Attorney General whose name has been mentioned, it's silent. The Yoko boss, Rimonacha now no so no accused no say or na a media for because say this sensation be to issue no is silent. Well,
actually, say,
is it the Ghana that we've always been praying for?
Sir, krataa mu nsɛm no te saa adeɛ a papa yi
serious
A plus ya vindicated
and you maybe see your money more they don't add up. Franklin Kujo visits John Mahama evening. The next morning he writes a petition to John Mahama to remove the EC boss. And then you see the academia now no more. Then one would boldly come out and say, they say, I'm an appointment. Why are you so busy that? And you may see you Ghana, Wontumi can be. We are quiet. As so for me, now pulpit so. Eddie Galam say, yeah, topic, any quotations in the Bible, it synchronizes with the fight against Galam say. Now pulpit so, a day, ethnicity, religion, some year campaign, and there, or more cast from, and then you hold a whole archbishop or whatever to come and tell Ghanaian and say, Yenya Butrema John Mahamana, a 16 regions, the addition is all managing. Nanado was handling 2 regions. And so when you hear some of these things, when you see some of these things, and you don't restrict yourself, you ask yourself, say, enti nyanko popa owo ho na sofu bi de omuye ohunu ote and we da omusa omudi di you question God. The people that we respect them so much, omakotena classroom 4 walls of a building, esia there your friend a professor, your friend a doctor, and they are thinking the argument they make on some issues of national interest then and what they are doing today, you ask yourself, say, what is going on?
And now Oma for Ghana for Sabi Yedim Yansa.
It's serious. Because the name be Oheneba say obi di deal and now obi to me show when him say and now or catch Nana Ghanaian say all can so with Gidia. Na office we yakwasia. Media obetima to ade bia to musa na wo so wafa.
Media baby asai me yakese pa. Ya so for
I am waiting for the members of that subsidiary legislation committee in the 8th parliament. Say omu bi bebeka say na me wo committee no so na so sikana papa na ibodi no ma ante ho asem ma hunu minim ho ma ache. And the chair and the vice chair of those committees should also come out and tell us say papa Edubu ahide wo ka no enye no kra we didn't receive any money.
Me ni see ebeti
me say and the best thing will be and John will be can obi be here no there easy.
And they say try
the best thing will be say be kwa antoa me the Christian name parliament me some our prophet Victor Kusibuate na say but I think say the ekika kono e say be to snap ni bia asantiko say dem obi na say Edubu na be gina ho say kantamanto a Edubu na ko gina ni wo gina ho bi independence ko na ko gina ho no mo ko bodua because ye be kika say ya no kra enye no kra some
me say the 8th parliament ni dey o mu ni parliament a wo mu benye sika pa.
Of course, and I agree with you because of the numbers. Because of the numbers. And the subsidiary legislation committee and there was another committee also there, defense and interior. Who were the members of that committee? Who was the chair and the vice chair, the ranking members of those committees?
Yes.
They should come out. And does not come out. Come out and prove beyond any reasonable lawyer for
doubt.
Because thousands, millions of Ghanaian youth yet unborn, and those born today alive near Didi Agrono. And I'm hoping and praying that me say, we MPP ni, we NDC now we have opportunity to speak on this. Speak as a Ghanaian.
And now manyo.
And I'm praying say these critical questions, legal and governance questions are Richard the last guy asked, will be answered. in all honesty and the truth.
Oheneba, why dey go answer?
Now why we go with you?
Obi eni akukudu
And that's me after 2 days, o ma me year no a, and o pe bia me betre ha, me bo bi so be akronfo.
Why dey benya akukudu abi answer?
So ma me year no dia, me je so ma me te say we akronfo. O ma diska.
Obi eni akukudu me answer. Obi eni sam.
This is why I have always been saying, there are some people around Dr. Baumia, Papa, do away with them.
Hey.
There are some people around you, they just see you as a cash cow.
Na me say Lucio ene de. Nyame na aye na dumo.
Me say de nyame beye bia yi.
Nyame na aboa no.
And you see, if we don't get things right, and yet can the Japan asem, and yet Baumia asem, it can even be Nanado, and as a J. Ekofo. If the MPP do not sit down and act right and get the right people to entrust some responsibilities into their care, we should forget it.
Me say
as a man,
and can the credibility kwamo be no from
say when Nanado started in 1996, you could see people around him whose ultimate wish was to see Nanado as a president. That Nanado leaves the MPP and bring the party to power. Even though not party in power, they will take advantage. But they were more interested in winning power than satisfying themselves first. But an idea, there are a lot of people around Dr. Baumia. Papa don't know they think it's an opportunity they have gotten to make money.
And no as a party could have share.
Any tria ba ko bi kura wono de.
Any bottom.
Abro wa ono
you see, obi betima trade party simple.
Sebiaka kafera Matias.
Obi betima trade, obi betima sell it out simple. And so the leaders that we are going to choose tomorrow for the NPP, from polling station to electoral area constituency, region and national. No, that is not what I'm trying to do. But at least, yempe more common new. No, been to me fair Diane and nada. Iso, cotton and penny near.
I never grow come to no soon to me nada.
Of course,
to me nada.
And there are some people who think they are comfortable whether MPP is in power or MPP is in the opposition. They are okay.
Show you more.
Your boss was a former majority leader. Fredibus and Mame. So who were the members of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee and the Defense and Interior Committee? One and then what was some of that? But one some of that. Say a propaganda to the NDC for you to be so there. People involved in this or more than come out and speak. Because this issue is of national security. National security. National security or something I can know. And so I'm very careful. I'm very careful to be using the if clause. If. If substantiate. Because the lawyer for Edubua, no, I'm not sure it is a letterhead now or no assembly gusuno say enfini ho na enipa bi na eyisu edigu ono no sabedani no ye part of the 8th parliament these are serious issues of national interest.
I dare also anya ifa ebe Adam
no so ni asem no
my if Adam
and Adam and Eve. Hey, that's what we're going to first brother Sasa. Yeah, boy for the part.
I was your for your back.
Sini perfie for be na.
Bible na kan yo.
Abo bi be ka wo a.
Na fi Wontumi
Ba me me mobo.
Oh.
And then
today is one more position.
You will see people who supposed to be knowledgeable. Bred with wisdom. Now you want to blame the MPP's electoral laws to religion, ethnicity.
Dabi.
Mo ya appointees and winim some more trial supervisors science and who way cause wa nigga contribute to the lose power no.
Omo di na bro e di party na bro di Ghana for abro
mebunu.
Anyway,
Timi di bonne kase say.
Crowd there so no crowd the G position. Sa we nyina ahye ho.
One of the G position.
Yeah mami.
Mami.
Exodus moringa capsule.
Any Exodus dandelion capsules. Where ya to pa ya de ma wo. Mesre wa da fa sa ho ya de wate na di nkofo bi echi ahwe abe ha dwen. Ubanum we mienu anopa no anum we nsu mienu anopa ni mienu sa we mienu anopa na awia no anum we mienu
enwumre
no anum we mienu sa de bia sa na be no kosise to pa no de wom ni nyina besa na wudi a say your diabetes say your pressure hepatitis hypertension any ya de wodo nyina da ebe yefuo na say boosting immune system no na chese ni pedue nya hoden akotia yare bi ankebeba no maduro no ya no de aduane we ye fe no Exodus for you na odi atsedi di kokono besa empre 9 na waka
kana ye bebre be
ama wudi a be me na aduane so de yie na ye de brown rice na ayo ni ye de akeka duro agum ye de moringa ne dandelion agum enkasa me no maduro ntimi ne aduane da bi de aduane so ka ho na nyina ka ho bi na boa ma ya sade siprisita ebe man fifrefu na nani yade ni na mala bes no ko na ho ato sawo yade ntem so kura mafra no so dia bia o ma dwimu say anti aging so emo bia obedi bibia oko supermarket beauty se poku trading ubenya Exodus for you honom ko be bia to bido bia benya aduane no ani enno no e honom
capsules ne dandelion ne nyina
doctor number ni ele ade ma we 0544 447033 0544 Ruta natural products.
Ebusia for anope enwe enamiensa na enwe wanwade a eye mani pedua ne so woni ese se ka ye kire wo enu ti na anope bia ye tena se ane aka bi dia kire na akope bia etumi aboa Ruta
abra wo koso ye ne sa no na qualification ye kese na de chere se o se dey
some fa ho nto nipa so access wo hoidie ye de betuma mana wo ma ye na aboa ye da chi
eniama wudo a ubetimi anya e promotion mu bi ni se 500,000 shares PS5 iPhone 16 Pro Max and a Chromebook and yes Access Bank nkrobata biada ko GSA transaction we na emwa ubetimi so afre toll free number yenti wono ewo 0800 004400 0800 004400
Kivo 4-in-1.
Gary asichirem katem na dini do adai awono nka African star na do akofa ba esanya wa hodo no ntiko pebineto na enom yade bi ewodi wasase so no imlet etu ase e wadas die bebre emu bi ni say woni a doctor declare so mu nkofie nkowu woni a chese wo mu da yare paso a doctor kra pa ba wo no mu ayare sa hom woni a wonya yade bi ayemodi obedwam ayese ani adui ni nyina wunya bi na anu mebetu ase na nkante se yade nketenkete bi akekaka ebe yade bi afu ama ho ato enti ne yese ko ba bi ato bido ne ko bi sape bito ana so be kokole na awo ashtra no ko tundo sopu apostle safo kantanka eni a doctor for him before na ye hwehwemu a Food and Drugs Authority agia tumu ya ma on number eni yese frɛ no na ni new yade bi a ho nkomo no beboa wo 0535 112873 0535 112873 Gasto mixture we have yade enti eliema Gasto mixture senom say ya ulcer wofu na ye kese yem na samfuru wo yade bia ye yefunu mu hawo ne amane bia waduro ne yefre no gasto mr afizikrom na wo hawo ne amane bia waduro yefre no menso plus mr abema ojonso tentem ojonso age so chima na so ojonso wi a na moja bi ba waduro yefre no prosta plus mr yesede nyina ye de nature medics ni bia obetimi afre doctor sia wo bra woni ni di nkomo bebi eto bido bi aso ebi wo ho doctor number ni 0248778899 0248778899
ye kodi so polytank
papa no nie we ya tank ya de kura nsio ya de pa ebo ni pedua nsio mankwa nanso bebi owo akokura nsio a unya kuransio no ope eyebonka eyebonka kofa ya de na abrewo enti ya koto polytank na kura usio na beboa o
3p garlic mixture
wo ya garlic kroje na ya de sanya do ahudo bebre se ebia na che self esteem boost immune system no a 3p self physical ha ni amane wa won sane na ititriti wanya stroke high blood pressure sugar kosoro wa che se wa kese abrosom ye fe no se obesity ni bi asthma anasa bia wafu na ya kese a ye se koje de 3p garlic mixture ko be bia to bido bia ubenya bi ato doctor number ne yede mra wo se frɛ no na ne no eni nkomo 0248928824 ana 0201000021
Edek SMB test.
Edu aba center na akofa SMB test ya ba no se asemo den strong man no.
Hola man no steady
kamfo. Na wo nemu nsan ya de bi diabetes ya de bi na ha wo ana se ye ulcer ana se bia wo yo bia woni atenka so sisi na ye wo ya SMB test na wonya bua wo one year stroke aka wonu ma na so person bo ho ba free stroke ho no ane de obekọ center ho na oni doctor kwa akohiem na waboa wo na oni stroke to nkwanta mopai na doctor atena ye no ewo mankesim be fi krom enkran so odoko official town edonu na opa bi ato a be ato bido bi abenya bi na mum ye ma doctor number se frɛ no na enini ni uyade ho nkomo na obeboa wo 0243989368 ana 0558379545
na kasa song aba yanko part 2 ana
mo sori nko meni mo wi ajimai mo eba mo abetena se na afi yabo nkomo 120 days of John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency the President of the Republic. Yemra na yemedi nkomo mamene minim baby wo me ba cho ushi afele so fosu kwa cha na obusa no ombeka se obasu me ba cho sun no minim se yesu no se sun so a ana se sun so a I don't know. Enti rotara jama wai omre na ometra se na Ralph say usu ene omoma kansomra na yemon komo Wontumi 101.3 asokwa Kumasi Wontumi TV. Afi Wontumi TV on Facebook na yemon komo sorry na Fancy Di Maria ene ni team no enso so abetena se na sports no omude aba na ateta de se wudi ateta chi a ateta no John Mahama kra difference room okay mo say ateta yes no John Mahama anyway enti yamra na yeni anka minim say 9 o'clock at the party's headquarters. The National Executive Party members, some members of Parliament of the MPP, ever join a party. Now, if you present the 120 better days under John Dramani Mahama, na and also no Ghana for info. You know, we be trying to na eno susu no yehunu nia ekro na enra ekuo bi omuso aka ho abom Dr. Frank Bannonom ne Dr. Jidunum enso so etena ase na omubu akonta efa adwo mahama ni 120 days no enso ho na omu retain of 45% eno so ewo ho ehina Ralph ne tiko na me
no
Ralph mache
ye nua kwabena
na ohoye
nyame adom boko se so hoye de
nyame na dom boko
de nyame ase kwabena enwa na ye menua KT
ben
oye
mikro mo hene na wo ka wo nua za wo ngasa
na
KT ben
tachikodua oye kono mabo
bohia
okay because Feligen bibi KT aso na woken
wo bu akwa obenim no pa na no ayre birthday nti nana nkwaso yankopon hraw na oma onyansa wo de behwe
onyasa itufo
no abohia David he's a young guy.
Oh, okay.
He's what a young guy. Oh, he's a young man. Yeah, bro, I can't pass us. I'm a friend guy.
How do I him for be a guy?
Oh, me now.
Now the guy
when you could do a here, Nana, no,
okay.
Or he
not a guy. Oh, yeah, how many years?
Get you go 42 or 40.
And I saw a guy.
Now, the big as they won't do anyway.
No, but be Bianca's one new.
And to be cast,
but I hear the guy now.
He's a young guy. What else? No.
Debbie. When you're 40 years, and when you're 80 years,
I'm an India oil.
as a woman, as a
man, I have an India oil. What do you mean, a young guy? Being in the pro, I could or a guy. No, that's another guy. A young guy.
No, young guy. No, 45 when you're young.
Only 45.
And I was here for mine.
Na ya shia na ebi ayo bi eni boot na niema and one dinner or that's what friend guy no
oh baby o dey fanya ma dey ask me go
baby o dey
na some wo kan the Ralph kai the Ralph go dey yesterday wo kan
baby o
the Ralph go kai yesterday wo kan wo kan
come na me feel no
how do you frame me here guys
come me feel ntina na ukwaso
na
ukwaso na pia
oluma ukwaso
fa no oluma ukwaso baby awo bia na tachikodua KT na ukwaso oluma ukwaso na me ma wa hode
akom
Oheneba minia
na che
yewura me jozo minia
na hoye
nyame ade ache ye mini se no pe wo so hoye
nyame na do
no pe wo kasa pa wakasa
me hoye na che se Ghana na afeli am ma jati be crime scene ampa
no na duru no
what you share the move so no
Oheneba ense bi wo ha wote ya na awro ho ye kan nyina fa ni agro ya awro hosem ye mu ya ka ho asem ache but nipa kro no a wo kama wo mu se e bi adachi be sesa no ono no de office there be hadwene o hani padwene but no say that guys you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that created it so they are better stay can you can't solve it with the same mindset that created it
chale serious
and anyone who ayetia last time I can't show say Oheneba sa hang parliament no na ye the case study na if you say bi anka be change the whole democracy any politics ayo Ghana. But last time I catch you say abo man papa. I had not known this say na etie. Abo man papa. Now there be I catch you say there are some jobs that cannot make a man virtuous. So the Aristotle kind of hear the politicians.
Sir.
I say there are some jobs that cannot make a man virtuous. Aristotle na kan yo.
Enyu ma bi o hado hu koro mu a
bi de wuntimi nya
ko de wuntimi nya pepe
da bi de bi konkron de wonka ho.
Sese
Sese.
okay
you free tea ki ye ko enim na ki fi say e be sesa ba
enyuma ni bi de se de hen
enyuma ni bebre
se dwuma
Any bebre, no one bebre.
Uncle Kana Fast.
Bebre, why do any summer?
o say dey ka ho
Aye. Na ya na corruption perception index ni ba say ya wo hebi. Ya wo tibi na me boa.
Corruption perception index Uncle Kana Park as a procedure.
David, no,
they
say by ranking.
Yeah, kind institutions.
Oh, but yatna hwa ma ya bedru baby Oheneba. Baby ya do man ko no ase agrubi na yedie.
I say Ghana na asem bia se enwonwa biu.
Da bi nyanwonwa. Ensa nyanwonwa biem. Ena yempa ne puma sibre. Eno na nano no ofa can national orientation on some of these corruption issues ana ofa they say Governor Japan ka ho asem no. Oheneba ye kan sa ne nyina no ehu. Nse Pope Francis or Council was say corruption is being paid by the poor. And the time beyond wo ye hiani no and asem bia ba obre. So by judicial system and a legal system wa you say eja wabomu na kire wado uniska wasa ye mobo. Nanka ba se sebi nkrofo akwa kadwam ni esa mom open and mass yeah what they say you can say ye jawo mo asem a obi ade akoko to ye say ye nyawo mo a impunity ehia for impunity ni wo mo fa ho ntufi se ndc ba ya ye jeja mpanifo bi mo akadwa mu no wotisi obi wo hokra sebe ne honam akono nti wakofo obi yire ye jai no law is law wotisi obi ko wi abanchi kru bi so wotisi ye jai ne bi aya no kra de nkase be community na obi a womafo man sika na asasem mu odin a Oheneba ye ni abiri se wo man sika na ahwere no yetimi ja wo musa akwa na de ne ye timi bana me kutu de George Orwell kind na me dika was say the further the society drifts from speaking the truth the more they hate those who speak it until the end yet ha ye and say me ba no ayi nyina wo say ye wo ya he say ye wo ya but ya ka ho asema kan e mafra no anasa mabunu no kura de wo say ma obi agokan your mind obuafu mabunu no anka ye protect your man de ato ama wo mu no wo mu abi nso so e support. Last time it kind of David so say if I'm pushed to the wall, I will say we are surviving by corruption. Everybody.
You are not far from right.
Yes. You are surviving by corruption. Even now let me be someone say, is it our kindness? And my yes ana. And answer for what reason? We be crab office now, ye Juma Manua, a Juma was a rough for your cry, or only panel by any person or Mosca. Now better know what to say way as and to tell me honesty any patriotism and another make can was and only here so now papa bi asem bi okaye mame nko to unity Oheneba CS Louis Steed okaye was education without values or morals as useful as it is seems rather make a man more clever devil. Until today, to the rose of eternal canoe, was education without morality is like a menace to the society. One when a cobble crown, remember me, I would take such a fan prince who only the dear children or better than what could be. Your pen yana yen idea. Near Sabani, I be catcher say corruption. How can you fight corruption with this kind of approach? Now the code of conduct you buy an year can who are him about the home sometime since 2012, knock up one thing was him. On one president, His Excellency John Dramani Man, or Muna year code of conduct for ministers at his presidency. No, because he say, if we actually crowd one or more say, or Mudo man who yent to him come from constitution compound, or man fetch and congo discan. Now, say, Papa Julius Debra, that one and chief of staff. To a man, your tongue and answer the NEA. But they have a more person done in survival of the fittest. Ah, ye can do for ye, him say, oh, Conanco man, ye, ye, democracy in the didn't near come was Abraham Lincoln kind. Was it for the people by the people for the people? Into my politics no cry ye and I say ubia ubi who politician be and who he. Cause ye na be do crab say be diasa. Now it's car a co and yama see the man crofo nyahun faso who come krumo or more pensu or more pakwan or more pede no be afes cano no aquakudi. We share once was in Yamia Shrabi. Not just how they say, wow, mobra. To work corruption, would Tibia be as a confound as we are no any. didn't in politics no be a ne ho no be ade n'ani. People want to enjoy the fruits of democracy more than it was yemfanya for ahudi na nka niema bia untimi nkasa obi a opese wa wo ye wade yemma akwa mo mfanye no but ene de akoye de be ene ye bu obi di DC kura ne tutu powder gu no so de ene ho nte tutu powder gu no so tutu pa free so obi nya bibi ya bank yes kokosom Thomas will say politics is the art of making yourself easier. Seems like a national interest tinka kwa adwuma no wo ye ne ho akatua no ene de ho ne ma beba because wo kwa adwuma bia on the conditions of service a enu mu na sika yesi yemfa mo ho bra na se wo koye adwuma no yemfa ntua oka but wo be hwe na ne obi kotena ho a ebe de ne mabunu bia nka se wo no amanyasem no pese wo ye.
Anyway, Ajimai.
Ayaba.
Mama sha 120 days na sin feel hono.
Ayaba. Mama na wasi. Mfa nchia ma. Oheneba won kra wo me ho.
Feel ho.
Na esien. Uduru stadium. Stadium. Once on my sport to be at the Abata Stadium, we send about traffic light here when you more yeah. Or Western region. What's a mean country? Said the piano pay our show. Media would you? What I was a pa na war catcher will say. Main country will say, Chama Wontumi no Otanechi episode within a bay chairman. Was say. Main country will say a more muda. The beer will be becatcher will be a, you be bebayatcher will be a more bumbu, Kawakuma. The year Bimano, a facusi ye. Na means some more money, say. Chama Wontumi MPP for Yem Fanan, yes, say, Yem MPP, yes, a close on Yem Chama Wontumi says.
When I seen you,
MPP for Yemfa Wontumi MPP no yes close Yemfa Chama Wontumi and senso. Na yes idea na we will go to the 2028 and win the elections. The chairmanship no so water wuchi. Na na walk and once a much away. Move here move abem. Nti memfa nchiama chairman memfa nchiama na nado dan kwa kufuado
wanka se okon omra ho
na nase wo frɛ Oheneba atoda a womfa na no na wo frɛ wa womfa ɛna mse mo ma ne ha no na Oheneba de saa na ote
onka kyerɛ zo
ozo opap
ne wo fa
onka kyerɛ zo opap
ɛna wo frɛ memfa minimum ntira
wanda ɔsɛ ne
minimum tamako
oh yeah na bia wo no o mi ora visa passport ni na zia no mo ya Abata Stadium wo no ase de wo kɔ amase wo no mo
yeah for
wampa wo no
I think go on
me Oheneba ma me fa nchama na ado dan kwa kufuado Ghana ma mpanyin dada panyini mpanyimfo aka to se panyina no ebosom na ado dan kwa kufuado ebigina Kumasi a woka se omo a omo penenim guase omo nim beguase maako na amanfo kasa because ya yira ya mamre Oheneba ya yira ya mamre nti etoda panyini kan se ma ya yefi se eyetra ohwe niema ekokokosu ya na hwe nsemo a amanfo kekafa na ado dan kwa kufuado ho indeed se omo no omo pena na ado anim guase no omo nyina yi ma hwe omo nim beguase maako eno kode pa na ye ka no enti ma mfa nchiama Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na men kan kire ne se ensem bebre wo hono a eya na anu yi no enna nipa no wo nyame nsem wo nyame a osi wo hene no ono ankasa wode emrepa ene ntwanto so a nipa kafa Dr. Bawumia ho nyina no wode ho anu yi ebeba maako amenipa atu mu wase na Dr. Bawumia sa be Ghana mampanyi. I am certain say Dr. Bawumia be sa be Ghana mampanyi ne so kurubi okumasi aye friend ye nyawo so enyanwa nsema mu kekafa no ho nyina enyame nwanwa efiri say minim Yesu ase nuase mi Kristo ni minim Yesu ase nuase minim dia nkrofo keka ye kopim se kromfo mpo etimi bie na no ka kire wote ni ze oso ye nyame baaje wo ho ndize wo hu se nkranga tingimu asuko no mabinu ma o mu pebia wia kan sim bi kire Dr. Bawumia enye hwe etresem na abemu na onhye no ho de ma me fa nchiama no abo se chi mensa bonsu eso amemra hye bedwani enka ne so amemra hye bedwani ne dom dodo na ba no de ni Oheneba me ba no na wo ka say o say chi mensa bonsu na wo ka if parliament no na say me ben me ba
me se friend busa ne mame
me friend ni sa no unfortunately wotia ne na echi kakra
okay obeba da be
bidu bia nyame pa ifia de be de na wasenya back Oheneba ka ahwe ase yenkamu asem anano boa che mensa bonsu niema bi wo no mo a na ntiase wo mu na edi there are several instances that Chairman Sabunsu on the orders, on his own orders, the president had to reverse certain things to parliament. So what can speaker can say si amfa parliament budget ni bi anka ho a wo mo ntanase o kai sa se e ma na na santi bi die to twiro krata abre wo mo se budget ni emfa bi nka ho so o kai sa se no say Chairman Sabunsu insisted says wo mo nim na wo mo this budget ni bi ka parliament sika no ho a obi jai majority leader. So they have to reverse the letter. No more they are come back. Chairman Sabunsu a fair-minded person. Inti near my binu mo hono mo I'm certain say as I am name way 18 fanasi.
Professor what is that? Professor Smart up what that was fine.
What's the end?
Rob, good morning. Ane Professor Dr. Kweku.
Kanu side ya kwa manko fo. What is that?
Na say opese muhuna de kwa ko send bi mamu. Me na prof send me message. And my kind of message by my phone so.
Okay.
E be good TV ni so anka munyina no.
Send we ni agide.
Opese muhuna ko be send ya betu.
Send ni agide be na mumu.
Say me so me ya me so coming.
Hello, me too.
Azana na komasem no so mesrewa ma me emre sima ba ko pe bi memfa masemi ntudwa eye me maame Hajia Ebiba no Hajia Ebiba Boatima Nyampon eye the mother of MJ Grand Hotel ewo shia kra won say ofrimu na oye muslimi ema ye Quran enti nyame pa memene de be na ye be ni fana funeral rights kra ewo kono kwa dunku no woni fie
right
enti abusiafo emra meboy
umbeba yenko ebre ni so me ensema yakoso ano pay 120 days of yenua panyin imam panyin John Dramani Mahama say we obi a watna Ghana ha no follow Ghana politics ni amamu a obehunu say repeated thing the same old story and sema isi here in 2009 in 2014 and one essence here indi enche yenkuna say Ghana be kwa kowie bi papa bia ebesa kowie adeboni na mu 120 days of cartel 120 days of fitting here where unim Oheneba nim fitting here fitting here mebra bi and the kind was it fitting here yamfa nhebotom because odi shebotom be pie ho enti omampanyin John Dramani Mahama oba ye 120 days scandal upon scandal obetie na containers ayera e port obetie containers ayera wo kuku board obetie yesi yakoche ne car wasi wo the car no akoma enkrofo wo da pedia wasi ye be che ne car the same old story kanazoli sem na 120 days aba nkura ekomdi won afi dia obeti wo mun kan 120 days ya de obeti ani se yesi yate dollar so de obeti ani se yesi omampanyin se meanwhile adia be affect nipa abrabo ama nipa etimi amu won no eno no de ye tutumu ene body e betim ba ko yesi ukofa body betim ba ko yesi 10 cedis ukofa ye friend say tomatoes ba ko yesi 5 cedis ene so wasi wo ko mikro no ma ke drobe ni agya kokoduro kura ufrika jeti e ko no ma ye 3 cedis 80 pesos no dia kokoduro jina no pa ekonom 10 and this is no bibia ye basa ni pa brabo no a wo se wo ba na wa betoto amane ma aba fo mama ye no ye hunu hwe wa brabo no mo de ye hunu aye fanfe eno an say na ya lunch we e china ni ya lunch we lunch ye lunch prempa asam ho ye bai wo mumu wa ka akonta nkire ada be kasika ye spend ye e de lunch programs ne kire wo no wo ye mbehye
na in 2009 adia omoye ya de bre niema na wo nyina sia ene including Zoom Lion omo eko Zoom Lion so akwa pena gu na adwuma no ebi ani president Kofo ba ya yeti Zoom Lion adwuma na it was one of the best things ani wo man yenya okurum ye fefefefe wo adwuma no mo ye na ye NDC for ba ya no mo de lunching youth in one when eno me ase so mu tuaka wo table top ena krono sem niema basa enene wọ́n ti wọ́n ma wọ́n sign na eko eno mu fiti mu na omodi aba beduru ene ya wọ́n ti ne 120 days ya ene de eno la yeda sore ya enu wa se propora 120 days we so mampanyin John Mahama pa so you be pa we serious pa say all poor man be akire wo so do man to no ko ne baby because the signals are on the wall very clear on the wall say oh mama e bibia enu wa se na obabeji minua Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo bedi ade for the 8 years Nana Addo bedi ade ni nyina so obi o se ohun scandal ba ko sei ba ko pe on kan kire say Nana Addo bedi ade no krono sem sei eti ewo ha bibia ye perception ye say ya dwene ye say ye kai say we di abanya ni mraso sa yes amamu no de checks and balances enti itime koso but mampanyin John Dramani Mahama bedi ade kakrai container tu afa wiem ayera sese hwensema yakoso wadubu ayo the akwakusie ni say sese die the national security omanyi bambo ahobambo a ye free tete dada nyina de ye ni say eho yemfa akontabuo sem wo discane ye de wo discane ye
you don't disclose you don't discuss it
because oh yes sir na wo do mine bambo bafo oh yes sir na do mine bambo bafo afedie ba sa so called hang parliament na omo pe ababan no the NDC for ne ni say na omanyi ni secret bibia omoka including omampanyin akoda time wo dwale nyina na opie to blako wo kan wa abonten ena wo mo yes no a mo de beduru ba bia mo de aduru no ene de akosie ni say mo koche mo di obi din because wo de adubu ahen and chere no mche ne de ni na entira wo ye din na entira mo te so wo de adubu ahen no nim say wo ye professor adubu ahen nua eno om de mi ka na asa ne baby eno om kwache no so om che ne first kra om di nkan make that statement no ena mo che ni wie ya abrantie na de a wo ye no che se wonti ase masa o ye nipa wa bɔ ne bra dada way before say ye be ba ban mu West Africa hanumo the largest fertilizer company in West Africa ya abrantie ne dia wakonu school yes enipa nyini kwa ni monyam enti enye sika nko ani bibi enti nadwene ye ne se opeso wo ya abanyadwuma enye yen ene ye fa abrantie na adwuma enye Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene fa adubu ahen e wo signals baby eye NDC for na kasa ne fa abrantie adubu ahen no e wo signals wa no wo ye adwuma wo signals wo ye beto no enti rise for adwuma rank ni mu no wakwa akoduru ba bia woduru wo baaye no yen ye baaye nyinadi ye mani ye na adwuma to the point say obeye director of the signals division sesiye se mo de wotan yo se mo kokaso won koye den na ema mo na mo kaso won koye den na ema mo na anso ani o mo ye madwen se mo kono so mo de ne kotu mu no obo mama ne se ade na mo ye no ade anim guase bebre o man na muntwa so munyai domama mutimi frɛ A+ ene Dominica yini ekodi asem no adubu ahen de mo de nakotum na asem wei ma adubu ahen ne lawyers enjai se oman yanim begu ase ama America fo de abeje nkate ye kura onka de omu bia oman se na nim begu ase ama America fo de abeje nkate ye kura onka me nyina ye hunu de omu because tem bia o jambe kase what in the BB akwa state bia no na asem ta akiri na me pese me ti ase say statement na aba no e pese kire say sika bi ko the special president special assistant wo
position political party
na
and the president elect special aid
na was what the talker e ma wo no
kikambo ma about 130 billion no
e won sa car e won na sa car no achede ya na ye de call ya ye tua ho tax because oji achede ya wo tua tax ene sa ansensem nyina wo mfa mla ye pesi etie there be asika ni bi call ye bia because dia duro no mo pese mu gu na dwuma mo pese mu se ni din mo pese mo ma ne hu sesebe won de wo kwasea enti se ne se kokora man fele se obeto ohwene so a sebe won so mfele se ode aduro enti oma no kure na adi na o ma ye hu na egi abre Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia what did he make sure no o catch it say let us build a system that will prevent people from stealing and nipa naturally corrupt because when nipa tie e wo ya pre ya pre wo wiase ye hunu ohia say e ya de bone but that is our natural state ana ameboa ye ba ye mfa hwema onsa pan bibi ni ho into natural state is poverty oba wiase no waba bepe de ewu pibia ni nipa pre ya or pre ape bibi ape wiase no ema anibere ebe nipa mu what did they make sure no and ye koyenima eye de ya nipa be ye corrupt and it is there in everywhere in the world obi obeka akire wo say wo ko ba bia hade ye bribe na hade ye say bia wo ye kontombofo abrofo nyina age bribe the system does not allow you because who UK now age bribe 10 cedis a undimi van koto account mu o de koto account mu a the next month won bebu say eye de no 2,010 pounds. So, see a build a strong systems are a be makwayama enipa abre no ho ase. Na cartel for yakoshe nkrofo bi achi. Ena ye yi sa niema na free wonu ma emfa krono ma no a ye digitalize niema no na nkrofo bi no ma omo pe krono abo. Na o hye wo machi. Me discard me mamu na mo di akodwom na mo amakoto se odwan na mo kra na mo di ato abere nkra no na no de ofa enehwe ubedi ade enne ofa show 120 days 120 shame 120 days 120 shame say ni achechiro o mai enkura na aka street mun wo mu ni ani daso let us change the trajectory wo mu a wo mabrabo asai dada wo mu a sebe wo mu to niam wodwom wo mu a wo mu no aduane si abonte no mato anya de no wo pa no anya wo mu ba nya de no wo pa no ya abrabo mu ade nchechedie e na du makwa akoduru so you can train more to be doing that anya sa na achechiro man yes sankura na wo mu ba ne tebere say sadi maame to mu ni maame to jeno ni maame to adua o sa akra betu be medical doctor sa akra betu be astronaut sa akra betu no wa change ni maame hyebre sadi Oheneba tia no ma yensi atena bia kwa wo no a de se wo pe ba bia ma yensi atena wadum no sa na ye no udimi nka nkire wo bi se maba be bia youth in apprenticeship condemning ankura nyina tu ohia. How can an apprentice now who be trained Samuel no a compete on our digital world where ye come with this speed of technological advancement? Magazine Fogu magazine omusu say adwuma say ni nyina unima de kuruntia. It is because say most of the modern cars never electronic. E kwanya of us so usu adwuma no electronic no wonu wanim. Entino the more cars na call electronic no the more no ya outmoded na o free adwuma no mu. You have to know usu say adwuma nye. But if you are trained them nipa enwoma sua say the be obey retrainable we secondary school sabi na dwene mu edo wo kire ni bibie ye ya se car foforo ba just a matter of organizing a workshop for omo no wa kire ni se car we ya ba e bi a transistor we ni e de abo a we nti wo ye se ya ene dada no na ye no eye pepepe wo kire no within 1 week no hunu sa car ne ye afei na nadwuma e wo hoda
okay
untimi mi anchechire o man we ya anchechire o man through education na wo ti wo admo twantro ena kwa mi atu a wo ti kumawu say national service wo dua tomatoes na me be ga me ba ku awie amo national service kumawu wo dua tomatoes a pu na ko wi aka me fa ne nko abruchi o je die suba na wo yi yes you better for a commercial farm you better wait but I was here train crowd to extent say you all kokua ye mumpo no obekọ with the knowledge wo kwado de akwa pesca dey just have peace and farming na ye no da bia dey akondem ehun to ohia no go to Germany and see ohun obi afuo da ho no ma na wo yama hye ose nipa ba akofo ne nafuo ni o hwe asase ya brown do ni hwe kakraka wo ye wia no wo nyeska no wo yeska ni ewia sie sikafo nyina wo mu fa ya kuafo but that is how they do it anya me ma ne bo diafo na wadoketewa bi na okotwa ero de abantozi na ya bia kakra bi a okote ne ba afichire na de ba no aduane de no you can't survive this current world with that mindset ajo mama ni mama muo Dr. Baumia adie ko globalization udemika Pontius Pilate ne nkrofo na Judas Iscariot nzu di akire wayi Dr. Baumia ma keka no ho asema akọkire no se wonie ne ya boda senuam ya boda senuam wi abia manfa kuro na makọ akọbọ no fe yase mo hwe Ghana baabi amodi akọ akosie nti Ghana ni
well Ralph back
of Haiti
the 120 days Ghanaian movie ayahwa under John Mahama
Obama mencha me MP honorable Frank
Yeboah
ebe obi amecha no aduma Obama constituency no yeni so
onim say ena Kwame da pa birthday Mankanso MP for no Southwest MP he's out of town. He's out of town.
Now about the base what you say base what you base one now.
Honorable Elvis Kwame Osemen Sadapa, my brother. Happy birthday to him.
Obrempon Elvis. Any otifo ya ma awodapa. Obrempon, you are serving your people well. Abra now I didn't go starting on now. He was talking about chairman Wontumi national chairman Senyame Adumna reform.
But when senior Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah. You see, I did be order more. Be I can say you generational and seasonal leadership. And maybe a tremona. You hear a particular set of people to lead the party. Into that, Titi Asema and Amanfo and the MPP is a party of intellectuals. So always when we are going for national elections, we want to see Amanfo ACV. We invest in Waha and our degree way and our year we no year sir. Kwabena sa season no. To be honest, if you were come now. You hear leaders are Kwabena, they are committed and dedicated towards the party. And tinye we no cra degree, we no cra masters, we and only to make Canberra for Kessie, Massa Yahubia, Kwabena Fianco Siri, any 88 war parliament. Name says a reform singing now by we Massa Quenya Neba. MPP for Beshe Edjumadin any commitment chairman de yen edjumano na omama no sa kwanya no because Kwabena say with me serve the region for 3 terms
Ashanti regional chairman 3 terms.
There's no
Wontumi national chairman.
No other position Wontumi Ashanti region. You see, even as we speak, you're 88 of parliament, right? MPP, Ashanti region, your contribution in parliament is saying close to 38 or so.
Yeah, I think 39.
39. So see the worth. And if and you grooming will be for the last 12 years. Now there's a bigger opportunity like this. I think it's not far-fetched. Say, region ni na ya better nechi. Now to be honest with you, waboye na 2028. It me agitumi. Enti kwabna me de me say e ho na me gina o ye me den. Na me nim say like-minded people so support the discourse. Tenya wan say ya me bra panyi ko ya sem no bae. He was honest to the subject. Kwabna abai bia ni ho a e ba enye hwe so ho. E da abai bia ba obey bibi. But I do tell me, you say, you kukurumponi, na ebeswa. Inti na namo bia otuno, ene trese na memo na obibuno sebeye papa ananye papa. Se NDC a campaigning on 24-hour economy. Akwabla minim se if 24-hour economy na be sustainable in the energy sectors. Now me share what we are experiencing now and mommy hope. Now my area, the light went off at 2 a.m. Sophia when you 2 a.m. Maybe free fear and a back a crack. It may back up. I do know say mass be awful. And you see 24-hour economy now so no energy system how do you operate 24-hour economy? Another thing NDC okay I'll say may code of conduct. I'm a public servant and a civil servant. Around so I launch a code of conduct na code of conduct no ba ko ewu mu aye person ne say o ye public servant akwabna men achede gift a worth more than 20,000
more than 20,000. Okay. Now what about say the panel person o mama 1 million Ghana na and they will bring me 15,000. Now they just be 1 week bring me 18,000. We don't bring me 19,999 cedis.
Me fano ba ko ba.
Ma wo de ma wura afan kana sem. Aji ma me ma.
Me fano ba ko ba. Kwamna ka na president or the actual mine. Onim. Or the infra street value. For here be cost be say. Or no away code of conduct or say men G achede e bro 20,000. The car now or G and also the check Ghana.
On Manje Ghana or the acoustic pool.
Yes, saying for the infra street value. Car no it will be more than 400,000 Ghana cedis. What it? Which one you could say men G more than 20,000. And what the 400,000 there? And what are you doing? This our grow best one. If I know why was say nobody should take 20,000. Who what the gift worth more than 400,000? And I'll give you no. What's it? Mediama Ghana. Okay, I don't have any problem. But gift be a more be I will pay tax on it. So me person president. So also a fair and accountable president. Provided from GRE tax will try on those gifts. Now declare the source of the gift. It's just simple. Because yet now Emma Satam no code of conduct no master no. Abra then is our gift more than 2,000. And I know a vice president. I know the Kanazo, Eko CIA, or man Ford expedition.
Zunu Muhammad de card. I don't go fit any.
Because already we're defeating the purpose of even setting up those things. What about touting the who say I've done this? Meanwhile, a day before you launch the thing, what say me obia chemicals too.
Come you know.
Nanzem dia chireba. Nanzem dia chireba. Aduboye.
NDC for any John Mama, say Omoba, first 120 days, they will stop illegal mining. Kokojina baby no say. Omo ye galamsey no. Nkofo who dintia. Si omo ye na osem ndom kokot, ndom kogum. Na mo hwe MPP fuyi. Omo che China for na. Omo ja omo. Na Ghana for na ekom du omo pa aduane adini de omo do matum. Na nansanya na ne onwa Minister of Interior eye nua muntaka o che China for 78 and would deport him. Yebusana or say he is not interested in jailing them. Afi the deputy minister say Kwabena ka yedo omo be court no yedo be kwa be do omo be kwa ba ye nya bi
Obi so chairman panimi no
it was a job Kwabena na Ghana for na echi omo ne de ye benya card omo court
ba ko carry o say ye court no where too congested e honye fe na e honye conducive.
So it's conducive for Ghanaians but not conducive for Sana NDC for catch. Currently, to be honest with you, may this 20 days, the NDC, hey, if you tell me, say, if you launch Black Star Experience, how does that affect me? What's Black Star Experience? How does it solve my problem? Me and make my so car, and me kosia, no ma confessia. How does it solve me my problem? Like I'm a case, was it within the 120 days, Kwabena, or Bia, on your admission? Bia, academic user fee, on Bia. That's what I was looking for. 120 days, Kwabena, 120 days of insecurity. And then mobile money attendance. Kwabena, bought 5 for no assistant in Yamoko. The state of insecurity. 120 days, any experience. Also 120 days are created a lean government. Abraham John Mahama, and then me tax sika, me sika, me tax, me tuya. And you tuya the organizers ka, what form mo say? Omo yeden.
Presidential staffers
in charge of
the respective regions.
A regional organizers who. And 120 days, and not a John Mama at the Messiah.
When you say Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator and our deputies 4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
May I stand to be corrected, but from Kojo Mafu Papa, Mr. Bimpe Mafu, Abreso, as the Regional Security Liaison Officer, you know, Kamakunsi Abaye, Bakum Kobona Bungo, every week. And Yebekoya DCUP retired Asari Eba Yinano made him say on Uncle Anatio. Then the other supporting staff, the secretary, this time Ashanti region were deputies 4. And he said the other regions the same is happening there. We have a case of our ministers 56 into your president lane government. Now committee what to tell come thank you ministers bear 300.
Magazine for say mankind say or can say vehicle importation tax or better so into 120 days no or move some say no way because or can so better so a jina so and moment to abandon man You know, man, this forecast say COVID the term. Now COVID the creating so the COVID tax will be taken out. Come 120 days. COVID tax now. You say MPP4 ye in a time Ghana into your passing ra se forest. Yenye mining room into omo bar umbe floor. Come as you speak. They have majority in parliament. What's the situation now? 120 days you can mean kaminim say national security for a bit me koye mining. Ada ye hweswa mam. National security o ada ye pumping so na free mining. 120 days here kwabra Ghana for judge. And we have seen it. Say atro any adan NDC for adibaji akunan. As some fast one ye hunene. Now I believe say kwabra ebe guide ye nyina. Because near castle a dino who see a foundation on heading. But when we're able to start well, then twice one in the Emre and a Ghana phobia nyabutre near the command of Mama. And as some fast one, Kwabna Yenye. Now, read the minimum say 120 days, yeah. Why you report? Maybe who may banami read portals nibi ebiso mbemano 52%, ebiso mbemano 46%. Why? Enti kwabra me metike ani mu ana me ami busa mo say Raf na so ye Ghana ni to so be man say
na so man say
do 25%
akom
hey say o kasem kire obia na ontia ti yesi 20 ene wonwam de be ne tikopo ti o kasem kire nkrofo na ebi o mfisi asem na o ka no hadwene a say ekunya ehun sunsanso bia nipa na afi na wote ho na wontimi nka ho asem biem ye kan se NDC ababan mu pe yenim se ne o mama mu tie ene nyi obi a na o mde ne ba o mde former president ne wonsa ababaye president ene eba na mamuo tamu na o ye vice president wasabenya 6 months president sabedi full president ye hu ni siye tibibia na yenim fa ho bia no ye ka kire o manfo but the men who are Ghana for who say Vladimir Lenin and a kind was say a lie told often becomes the truth. A lie told often becomes the truth. So who can't throw one some musisu pam after na bedan no cre. Said Vladimir Lenin kind. And Tinyama no more canina. If you did be a cause we are me catcher almost say, Mumusa who say, Enti omuba omubetima ya na. That over Bemo, what is said to Giniana when he can own fee. Nano Namo Buaka na convoy need trim, no be woeful, say convoy you trim. Tinana Masatiwana convoy no for be trim. And I'm afraid the panphones may also convoy for be trim until Diana Walker. And you may be sa ye hunu wa memuno, and ya memo in a num. Ye Diana say a bed sorry. Na yenkania na ye ka ho asani ejina so na ne bo aba fom na wadwuma wo ye wakatua yatum kakra na nso so enye bi nso so de aba obra na wakwan a opese wonam so de koba no wo so wetimi anya kwan papa school ho nsem sani aban no be ye nhihye ya magunu na se nkwala ye betetom da cha mo be mpanifo be nya dodo mu chefa no matimi akono mabeboaye ye kan wenim nyina to be a brebre no of a doc no be to an insanwa or say an intinibuafu uncle to aba. And there's cement buo at that same. And there's a doc no I to say, O could Jasua say an etienne. Inflation near the idea, and no young one, because here no time a movie about 54.1% here the coy.
But if dollar is $14, now you are buying cement at 140. What sense does it make?
Exactly. See. Sani mano muhuno even no cry nye achievement kase ni papa ye gu ha good for oil no sani mano na no Bank of Ghana enu abeje atum se sa good for oil no aboa mo man se kase magina yi enso ye beto abaye kan om so da bi emfaduane ensipono so 120 days manifesto mu eni ma no mo ye na we committees ya omo pa okra do so se sa 120 hu se ma omo kan na no ho funsanso ne sei se tete committees no ade na ye bi nya firim sabre ya ye person kan kwala ko school na wo ka se bia omo be nya kwan akọ no kwa e wo tertiary level na no ante se say na from pork omo bi mu se obi ankon student loan eno ye de be che wo mo ana I don't know say ye de be che wo mo de ndi so de ko che wo mo ana student loan no so so a ye se ye mu ma ye nuanum bi nko no mu metua na foforo nya bi ne kwa be ne be fund sa ho no so so Oheneba 120 days ya ye ka ho asem nyina no ye no manfo hwe ni mu an se galamse ya no ye ka se wo se MPP amoye ho modene nti wo ba wo be ba be si ano de how do amania tu na do danko kufu ado ni His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so se wo mu ntimi nku galamse to a point ma ye nuanum Sam George nam no mo mkeka ho ese ye declare state of emergency. And when we video be wo kru bi so I couldn't identify chrono mine no they say they tuni fi adan ye tunya ye buagu ye buagu na yakwa tu sika no ne da na adwiregu eno no ewo ho nti ye nua kofi amabu ano Jesus honorable okotena hokosu ne ho no hunu ye o chia konta mine wie ya se wo so wache no asade no sa bre no sa mine no a wo mutu no hunu ye eno mhu sa afi kra de individuals bi na trace mo katache free fane abranti ya no so wo kasbe omna ze say do mutisi forest ma akwa chili because akwa nko odihie ye dey igane sa ne mani nyina no ne ye hwani mu adwuma ye fo akatua ne ye hwani mu se da bi se wo ba se de niema ebo kwani mu no bepagam na ebinum so so etimi enye sika ebitima ma omo adwuma omo ye eni abrabom peso mo na hia no ene ekosi sei na do danko ku for yesi be mansunsu man san wa ham o ba nyina ni me ka na wo ho health insurance ne ka wo ho energy sector ne ka wo ho but yankotutu anhye dum ni adan se e bia e ba ka wo ho ade kasia ye nya ho mfaso a edisika ko obi afi ye free senior high school eno kure du brebia ne kwala ni nya ba bi na no papa dutum ensusu ye nhihye e de ba se ye ne ye mfa double track mra ne nipa dodo nsu nya bi nko wantutu anhye dum ni adan ene de ye wo ba ye nkrofo a wo mo aye dwuma wo mo ko ma ho migiem ana ususu se e bia wo mpese no ba adwuma ye mpamom ye bia afi ne ye sa de nkrofo ehunehuna wo mo gboguro mo fie ekutieti wo mo fa ahodie so magunu a ya mo mo akwanya wo mo nkonko ya ba adwuma wo mo no ye ka won employment ye se adwuma ni wo man mu ye tima creative wo mo ye wo ba mo se wo nyina ye mpam wo mo 120 days ni bi no enti sa ni pe ya wo mo no ya fa wo mo a ka afi na nka wo mo so benyi wo mo nsa no adwuma ana se wo mo benyi wo mo no aduane ye yi wo mo nyina state institutions ya ye nim se bia nka wo ba ye ba bi wo ha ho de ni pe wo ho no wo mo nim de ani ne fata se wo betima boa man institution akọ nim no enam amanyo semti wo mo nyina ya pam wo mo ba ko ye me ya pa ye papa prof adem ensa de ya ena no si wo konfa no chi enti da bia no ye se politics nti obi ya de a ye mpam no ana se uni fa ye mpam no ena ye ti ho a ye ko ba nyina ye papa no sabi koku hu nsem a ne enim se koku no de enipa dodo no anya ho mfaso a ehwe nipa bebre ewo man mu no mo ni da kwan si e betum ene bi no atimi enya sika timi de aboa wo ma timi de bia ye wo nso so ankasa abrabo ho dwumadi afa de ekobia akira o mo se ekura maka enso so menwe ye megyae mentimi anye no nyina antimi amaso ede biem na afa ye betimi aka ye beka se bia waye ade kase bi wo ha nwanwa bia wote committee na afa enso so wo de party for kwahyeche positions bia eno no de aban bia ba wo be ye ho sunsuanso no e ka wo manfo ana sisi kania ya ye ka ho asem ya union wo magazine wo mo pebidi aye adwuma wo mo wo nsanu dwuma bi te se ade pam ni triye wo mo hwe kwan se wo mo benya kwan na nkomo atimi de aye adwuma wo be konom do mo nsa sunsun mo ano because ye ka chere ze dum so no de ni be bi efiri bae ene untimi nye container e bae e na chinsam afi ko wi akire na afi ha beda ni ba bi a enuboni eni sika sabi emfata se bo menu ha na ba bewie 120 days no eno na ye ne ye hwehwe ni mu ana ye de ye ka nyina ne se enya sie wie but mi e bie wudie na che se o ya ye ya ye kwase asabe manu susum na so na de ye ka nyina ne se abufu a ba ya ni pedimru ka se yenkoto aba no ehun sunsun so ne nkunta ne yebui enema ye kan nyina no ye kan se afi na MPP ya chichiro man na duru ba bi a fapem ne yato anka afi ne ye bisi edan na siso ene wo mo be na mfi se digitization ne hu ne ma nyina no mo mfa ni dwuma bi a wo man mu ti se you call ya sam George ko gina ba bi a drones yi ewe a wo de siri ye no na mo de siri se mfa duane ma Ghana card mfa duane nsipunu so ye ntimi nye hu ene Ghana card di ya eno an ye da so a ye de boa o man ni security ene niam ahodo e penechira kwan ye di eye osuku de tabra kwa ubai passport ena meye ni se ene akosi se di omo de bonds amranen ma mrante ne mabunu wo hiniba etu di echiri no bi afiso eno di eno ni one of the policies e be o man ni ye 24-hour economy eno akosi se 24-hour economy no is it different from one district one factory because it's a private led kind of policy ban by a cry hon krata ni pillars e bigina so am yakoye ni yentimi enhu ne pomasibre enti ye de yenim sesabre no mo na wabem yeguso e hwede o mo beye but yenua no mu a no mfi se MPP sebe ya mo ye homode ne o mo aso ensu no mo aso ansa minim se yakoye ni niam bebre free mu aba se ya o man bia no meka se o musika sem no e gina ye ni gina aman a o mo ni America fo na nyi wo ha o a bia mu fi se bia dollar na ekofum ti bia o man no sabre ya wi ne de bia na metaka se in economy no the majority is always wrong when me say wo so raf wo disika mani ha no so say wo dollar na ba ha say intimi ntoni ma dodo
no say the difference is that senka eba se dollar na eba ene mudu no otime de tossment ebia
bebia eno ne
and kesotia oni problem but now this is a situation na dollar no rate no swati
but eba de
ba
intimi ntododo
enye ma no bo na wa
that's
Donald Trump nsem hu na wo di no and all the other currencies no dollar no weekend and you say
Oheneba just Monday the Bank of Ghana has infused $490 million.
Yeah,
a pumping and so still is rising. And say if a natural thing happen now can the be say and can near my boy besase abafom
rabbi American be see the omode bon hu samara ne say as e bia e nwanwa bi no na no me hu video bia na taxi driver be say ono de Muhammad ye mai ntuni de ade ya first time of fuel ba so na me krache enti o mai mu krache enti ha enti ni peri bi ha tna ho am o man ba bia koduru no ba wo hin ba
say be on no red
the danger of it say
ba sa teta
the danger
the team of Bobo one season. One year cap back, find out how went to Carabao and I'll call find out who you was in the team near better than other team that can even chance now. Now, one of Reda.
We don't go whatever. Well, the bounce said, yeah, can you and the danger of it? And so you said, said, yeah, Martin, you tell you, Kayan was it. Our civilization that continues to produce soft-minded people purchases its own spiritual death on the installment. Some cases na no work no. I could do stage bia say cancer match o manfo na ya chiri mu a ebinum fi se bia mu amo ka no e bia mu anya mo ho ana se mo ho to ntia papa opa ngoma so se be nya ye no modo ni ye ntia se ubia de nani hunu bi na ye beto aba nso so a campaign be koso manifesto ye ene maka ena meye na nya de crow because the reality will dawn on you send you now can ene de oman no tebia te no entimi mfa ai se wokopo ba ene enim dwade obedwa bi pa se o minyaska meye se menya se na unya mfa ne wie na afisika no ukohu se se enye se na te a afina na obetutu ahye dum ni adan enti Ghana fo nyina ehu bi na ye bompa ye se akonya foforo beba bi na ye nuanom a omo ho akadwa mu omo a yapam omo nyuma mu omo nyuma eguo omo nsusu a yaboro omo se ndisi abenti ye to abai hwe ye kokọ so omiam ya bebre wenum na ya de a ye ka ho asem enti se koba se e bia 120 days ya tete committee ye yinkrofo adi koko akatua entum ama adwumayefo akatua 10% kusugu workers union for isu say say o man no asa bo ani ama ne baabi a ya beduro bosia hodo a mo abo ye hweb de nka ye de ba ye hu baabi a mfaso bi akwaduro ama o manfo no we mu ne ade a ye ka kire Ghana fo say tembi a ye beto abaabi a no o mo nto mo bo ase no o mo ntase ne se besepa ne koni ahaban na parties ni mienu obia de mebua health insurance ye ka ho asemi baabi ananke ye hihya kwa koduru yare ahodo a ye dibiki ka ho ne nipa bia se de nka ohia ntinka o mundimi nya yare yetimi pagya mu no ene ni nyina da so ho se o lunch fund se wa lunch fund mahama case ni ade a ye de ye hwese hospitals na ye di jaye no agenda 111 ye hwese wa bayi wo so timi aboa ma ayahwa ko ne wo beto aso no waye na wunya ama no nya
fire kwai
Oheneba ma yankama yenuanom nyina ntise obampanyin John Dramani Mahama 120 days ya obabidi waba wadi de amani die wo hawo koda na dadwen yanim guase
nim guase de bia to man yo atima kwa ma national security hunsem
nim guase ye no dia beto ma bibia ni hono a minua rafa se hono obema no se 25 masa 25 wonya catch one more 25 wonya again University of universities omo Ghana in himself professors are omoba as social commentators na omoba be contribute to national development, you know, account for omo progression at work and meboa omoba radio so you assess
community of service.
Asa me catch room say professor bi eba no be kan asem ni say enimu a na wo say no nso no eti bibi firi ni professorship no professors be brave ensem bi on ba kan radio so na nto aso mu nti wo say mutimi withdraw bi no mu firi wono bi wo mo strip no off ni professorship ontimi ma fidie so say wo ye professor no abetena ho na asem a wo kan ye no wo kan ne no ekina no wasen abeda ne wa no afi wo mo so wo mu ye nyame ni pa 120 days wo mu se nya abotre ma dwo mahama no dwo mahama na wo se nya abotre ma no nyame ni pa yi ye ka no kora kire wo se wo ka kire se wo ye an experienced person wo do mampanyi ni bida na won di wonim de wo ba be ye ni time e pesa de atwan ni bi mu
all right
amma wo plan se bia afi wo mampanyi John Dramani Mahama yesere no wo ya dane kwa bele ye wo ya dane bele baby be hunu bia ne ye hunu scandal wonya isa de no sa ka asem na de ka hu beba asem bia na ni din wo mu
Francis Di Maria Eba aka Ateta Red
Oheneba na ni papa ye ne ye da be
nyame ya ma Saturday
Oheneba dan so de no ba
on the minim omo mama ne on say me ntino enim na asem yi enti kumawu MP papa ye no Saturday na Charlotte eni Masapon ono so papa ye no Saturday e wa abesoa enne ne chano mo de ne tumpem na nasa ponkuma utumfo de Japatia ne
awo
abesoa
bechem honum
aha wo kwa ayi honum no fufu ba man kwa bi fufu bu okwa no ho wono ayi refi kro ni esa fufu no na de wo asante achima ko junction no so metimi tuka ko di bi maba
me ni ko elementary school abesoa
sa